No, I'm back. It's been a day or two, and we're going to finish our story in this book, The Fairy Doll in the Doll's House. We're on chapter 21 now. But where did Bertie go? Asked Charlotte. She was celluloid. That's highly inflammable, said Father. What is highly inflammable? It burns up in a flash, leaving nothing behind it. Bertie left nothing behind, said Charlotte sadly. But what happened? What happened? I still don't understand what happened, said Mr. Plantagenet. Apple was standing on the chair, far too near the lamp. You must have put him there, Charlotte, said Emily. I didn't, said Charlotte. Don't be silly, Charlotte, said Emily. And his wig must have caught fire. That was what we smelled singeing. And we opened the front so quickly that we tumbled Toddy and Mr. Plantagenet over, and Bertie was standing too near. Though I have warned you, Charlotte, and they tumbled her over so that she fell against the lamp and knocked Apple over and was burned herself. She gave her life for Apple, said Charlotte. What a good thing it was only Bertie, said Emily, but she did not say it very certainly. She gave her life for Apple. I suppose she did in a way, I suppose, if you like to call it that. She gave her life for Apple. Don't go on and on, Charlotte. Toddy tumbled in at the door, said Charlotte, and Mr. Plantagenet did too. I put them in the kitchen. I didn't put them in the doorway, although you say I did. I didn't put them there, nor Apple on the chair, nor Bertie near him. The only one who never moved, said Charlotte loudly, was Marchpane. Yes, Marchpane, said Emily slowly. I should like to take her up by a pair of tongs, said Charlotte, and drop her in the fire. Oh, Charlotte, she is far too beautiful. She isn't beautiful at all, said Charlotte. She is nasty, and she smells nasty too. She isn't beautiful. A thought struck her. Emily, she said, wasn't Bertie beautiful when she went up in that flame? Like a fairy, like a beautiful kind of silver firework. Bertie would have liked that, said Emily, and she sounded like the old Emily who knew so well what all the Plantagenets liked. Oh, Charlotte. Yes, Emily, I wish the doll's house was like it was before Marchpane. Yes, said Emily. Suddenly, said Emily, I don't like Marchpane very much. Nor do I, said Charlotte decidedly. I didn't like the way she sat there when Bertie, nor did I, said Charlotte. I'm sorry now, said Emily. I wish, but what are we to do with her, Charlotte? She is too valuable and beautiful. We should never be allowed to throw her away. We must do something with her. She must go out of the doll's house, said Charlotte. She must go out at once. Marchpane sat all this time on the couch, staring in front of her with her smile on her face, as if she had not heard a word, as if she were something stuffed in a glass case. Perhaps it was that put it into Charlotte's head. Charlotte, who so seldom had ideas. This was Charlotte's idea, not Emily's, or perhaps it was Toddy's, for it came to Charlotte like a voice, and it might have been Toddy's voice. It was Toddy who knew how Marchpane had liked being at the cleaners and at the exhibition. Cleaners, exhibition. The thought came clearly into Charlotte's head. I know, said Charlotte. We must give her to a museum. Chapter 22. Marchpane enjoyed being in the museum. She was in a glass case behind a lace collar and a china model of a King Charles Spaniel. She was dusted very carefully twice a week, and a number of people came to look at her. Sometimes young men and girls came to the museum to make drawings, and Marchpane was always quite sure, no matter what they drew, that they were making drawings of her. Every day she increased a little more in conceit, and the glass case made her safe from ever being played with. Chapter 23. Towards 6 o'clock, just after tea, Charlotte brought Mr. Plantagenet back from the post office and put him in his chair in the sitting room and gave him his paper. Emily brought Toddy in from shopping. She had found Toddy a raffia shopping basket the size of a nut, and she made Toddy hang it up with her cloak in the hall. Then she went in to sit with Mr. Plantagenet. Apple was upstairs. He had been sent to bed early by Toddy so that he could not play with the lamp. Charlotte still said she had not put him on the chair, and Emily had lately given up saying that she had. Apple was safely in bed, tucked up in his patchwork quilt so that only his round head showed. Emily had clipped his burnt fringe straight with nail scissors, and his plush had not been hurt at all. Darner lay quietly, snugly in his kennel. "Shall we let them have a little music?" asked Emily, and she wound up the musical box. It went tinkle, tinkle, and Darner stirred in his dreams. Mr. Plantagenet could not tell one of its tunes from the other. "I have to have words," said Mr. Plantagenet. "Words help me to know what it is, like those carols. Toddy, do you remember them?" And he began to hum, "God bless the master of this house." "Do you remember them, Toddy?" "I remember everything," said Toddy, listening to the music. "Yes, I suppose you must, and for so long," said Mr. Plantagenet. "Such a long time, Toddy." "Yes," said Toddy. "Things come and things pass," said little Mr. Plantagenet. "Everything from trees to dolls," said Toddy. "Even for small things like us, even for dolls, good things and bad things." "But the good things have come back, haven't they, Toddy?" asked Mr. Plantagenet anxiously. "Of course they have," said Toddy in her kind wooden voice. "Good things and bad things. They were very bad," said Mr. Plantagenet. "But they come and pass, so let's be happy now," said Toddy. "Without Bertie?" asked Mr. Plantagenet, his voice trembling. "Bertie would be happy. She couldn't help it," said Toddy. And Bertie's bright tinkling music went on in the doll's house, on her hat that still hung in the hall, and on her feather broom, and on her bird, and on her parasol. The colors and patterns were still bright. The end. That was a pretty good little story. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed reading it for you.